You didn't miss a red flag. That's the part most men get wrong. Dark triad personalities don't feel dangerous at first. They feel normal, sometimes even familiar, comfortable, trustworthy, and that's exactly why they work. If manipulators looked evil from the start, no intelligent man would ever fall for them. But the most dangerous ones never announce themselves. They blend in. They mirror you. They feel safe. And by the time something feels off, you're already emotionally invested. Today, you're going to understand why dark triad personalities feel normal at first, how they bypass your instincts, and how to identify them before they gain psychological leverage over you. By the end of this video, you will be able to recognize early behavioral patterns of dark triad personalities, understand why your intuition often fails at the beginning, detect subtle warning signs before attachment forms, protect your mental authority before manipulation escalates. Ignore this, and you don't just risk a bad relationship. You risk losing clarity, confidence, and control without realizing how it happened. Before we continue, quick question. Have you ever trusted someone who later made you doubt yourself? Yes or no? Answer honestly in the comments. And if you want to go deeper into psychological manipulation, silent control, and defense strategies, the link to the Silent Manipulation Handbook is in the description. Now focus. This is not entertainment. This is awareness. The dark triad refers to 3 personality traits: narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy. But here's what most men misunderstand. The danger is not the traits themselves. The danger is how invisible they are in the beginning. Dark triad personalities don't start with control. They start with connection. They don't dominate. They adapt. They don't intimidate. They observe. And that's why intelligent, disciplined men fall for them just as easily as anyone else. Let's break down exactly why they feel normal at first, and what you must look for before it's too late. Point 1. Mirroring creates false familiarity. At the beginning, dark triad personalities rarely push their own identity. Instead, they study yours. They mirror your humor, your opinions, your values, even your frustrations. This creates a powerful illusion of compatibility. Your brain interprets similarity as safety, familiarity as trust. What feels like chemistry is often imitation. Practical action. Early on, notice this pattern. Do they quickly agree with your worldview? Do they adopt your language and beliefs unusually fast? Do they feel too aligned without friction? Healthy people have differences. Mirrors do not. Point 2. Calmness without emotional depth. Dark triad individuals often appear unusually calm. Not grounded calm. Detached calm. They don't react strongly. They don't show vulnerability early. They don't seem emotionally affected the way normal people are. This is often misread as confidence or maturity. In reality, it's emotional distance. Practical action. Pay attention to emotional range. Do they express discomfort, regret, or uncertainty naturally? Or do they remain consistently controlled, even in situations that should evoke emotion? Emotional flatness is not strength. It's a signal. Point 3. They test boundaries quietly. Early manipulation is subtle. They don't cross boundaries aggressively. They test them softly. A small disrespect framed as a joke. A subtle guilt shift. A moment where your needs are deprioritized. Nothing extreme. Just enough to see if you correct it. Practical action. The first time you feel slight discomfort, do not ignore it. Ask yourself one question. Did they adjust when the boundary appeared? Respect adapts. Manipulation pushes. Point 4. Charm replaces consistency. Dark Triad personalities rely heavily on charm early on. They make interactions feel engaging, stimulating, effortless, but consistency is missing. They say the right things, but actions lag behind. Practical action. Track behavior over time, not intensity. Consistency builds trust. Charm bypasses it. If attention fluctuates unpredictably, pause. That instability is strategic. Point 5. Your intuition is disarmed, not absent. Most men blame themselves for missing red flags. That's incorrect. Your intuition wasn't wrong. It was overwhelmed. Charm, familiarity, and emotional ambiguity confuse instinct. Practical action. When clarity feels foggy, slow everything down. Reduce exposure. Create distance. Observe without emotional engagement. Distance restores perception. Dark Triad personalities feel normal at first because that's the design. They mirror instead of reveal. They observe instead of commit. They test instead of confront. By the time control appears, trust is already installed. But awareness changes the outcome. Once you see the pattern, you stop justifying. You stop doubting yourself. And when you do, manipulation loses its power.